World Cafe is a very simple process where people come together in a hospitable space that is very much like a cafe. They have a conversation around an important question, and the communities can come to understanding that they may have not had before.
You want to focus on a question that matters to the people who are coming together and put time into really crafting that question well. First of all, the question, given the changes and challenges facing us in our communities, what questions are you asking yourself as a leader? So the question we want you to explore is really one of those questions that you're asking yourself. So the basics is that you have small round tables where people talk, and you have a series of rounds of conversation. And people only stay at that small table for a period of time, say 20, 30 minutes or so, and then they move to another table and have another conversation with different people, often on the same question or a variation of the question that you put together.
In order to tap into the collective intelligence of the group, the greater the participation, the greater the potential is for collective wisdom.
We switch tables because we want to access ideas across the whole room. We want people to hear each other, so that we're trying to access not a list of differing ideas, but we're trying to help groups access group wisdom. It's kind of like seeds that are growing all around the room in these different tables, and they're connecting up to each other. So it becomes a very generative process as well.
I think what's different about World Cafe is it's a great way to consolidate a lot of ideas, not just thoughts, but a lot of ideas. There's a real focus on literally listening to the people at the table. There aren't that many people at the table, so you get to go deeper, faster, I think, into individuals' thinking.
Hello, hi. Are you the host? I am.
At each table, you ask someone to be a host, and the host's role is to stay at that table for all 3 rounds and to give a little summary of some of the key patterns or key thoughts of the conversation that happened in the first round to the new people who are coming to their table for the second round. Also, often we ask the host to make sure that there is some kind of a capture of key ideas or thoughts, and so we call that the harvest. And it might be, that you ask people to capture on a flip chart page right on the table some of the key learnings or the key ideas that were at that table. In this case, what we're doing is asking people to just capture one question at the end of each round from each table, and we're asking the table host to make sure that that happens.
What are my beliefs that limit me from seeing possibilities?
How can we shift the understanding of leadership to ensure sustainability?
What I appreciate about World Cafe is you're talking with very small groups of people, and you're allowed to shift conversations. So instead of sitting with the same group of people and trying to tackle the same question together, which can sometimes bring you to a dead end, the opportunity with World Cafe is you get to have different ideas brought in, every 20 minutes. So when you harvest at the end of the process, you really have, I think, a very different perspective on what you're trying to achieve than what you might achieve through a traditional brainstorm where you're sitting at a table trying to tackle a question.
There's no right or wrong. It's about finding the common ground so that we can create a new solution that wasn't there before.